I just realized I should have recorded all of my horror reviews with the bride behind me, but I didn't think about it until today. So tonight I watched a really great piece of 80s horror cinema. It was so good. I'm really glad I finally watched it. It was called Night of the Creeps, and it was directed by Fred Decker, and it's sort of a horror comedy, B-movie send-up. Not over-the-top comedy, just slight comedy edge to it. Starts out as like an alien invader movie, and then it becomes like the second scene is shot in black and white, and is set in the 50s, and it's like there's a little bit of slasher in there, and great, like doo-wop music. So good. So, and then it cuts to the 80s, and it's back in color, and it's like in a small school, Corman University. See what you did there. And all the cast, like all the characters have horror movie names. So the main character is Chris Romero for George A. Romero. The main girl is Cynthia Cronenberg for David Cronenberg. The detective is Ray Cameron for James Cameron. Chris Romero's best friend is J.C. Hooper for John, standing for James Carpenter. J.C. Hooper for John Carpenter and Toby Hooper. One of the detectives is Detective Landis for John Landis. There's a Sergeant Raimi for Sam Raimi. There's what's it called? A cleaning person whose name is Miner for Steve Miner. And then, out of nowhere, and this is sort of spoilery, but sorry, out of nowhere, Dick Miller's in there, and his name is Walt. Like Walter Paisley, like he's always Walt in all the horror movies ever, and it made me so happy. I was like, I see what you did there, and I really appreciate it. So there's the zombie stuff, and there's like cheesy, college 80s movie stuff, and jocks, and there's like shades of Revenge of the Nerds mixed in, and it's great. And it had like great 80s music in the background and great 50s music in the background, which if you ever hang out with me and Mr. Rochester, you would know is sort of how our house is run. So that's wonderful. And the cat in it is named after the producer, whose name is Charles Gordon. Let's see. There was supposed to be a sequel, but I guess it never happened. Charles Gordon also produced Die Hard, Field of Dreams, The Rocketeer, Waterworld, October Sky. So, among other things. That's great. Oh my god, October Sky. That movie makes me cry. Let's see. Fred Decker also did The Monster Squad, which he wrote with Shane Black, and according to this, Shane Black was in this as like a oh my god, extra. Apparently this guy also wrote House, the American House, which I remember seeing when I was really young, and then I had nightmares for like the rest of my life based on that movie. He used to write on Tales from the Crypt, which also gave me a lot of nightmares as a kid. Wow, okay. And they're working on a new Predator? What? Wow, okay. You can look those things up. So, okay. So it hits all the, like, college romance tropes with the geeky guy getting the sorority girl, and then it has all the zombie stuff, and then it's got this, like, hard-nosed detective who reads Hollywood crime magazines, and Raymond Chandler, and, Dashiell Hammett, and pulp magazines, and I'm sorry, my eyes are watering. I don't know what's going on. And he's great. He's got a lot of really great one-liners, and the little slug things are gross. Oh, and it has stop motion, like all kinds of stop motion business going on in this movie, which, in the 80s, like everything was stop motion and nothing hurt. And now everything is CGI, and it's like, give me the stop motion back, man. Stop motion special effects. Looks like it didn't make its money back. That's too bad. But it's a beautiful cult classic. Now, the lead actor is Jason Lively. He is Blake Lively's half-brother. He's also famous for being in National Lampoon. And then Jill Whitlow, who's in this, there's like some guy 10 years ago created like a really weird fan site for her, and it's still on the internet, sort of. And I highly suggest you go look that up, because his intro paragraph about why she's great and why all the actresses that were popular in 2005 are terrible is like one of the best worst things I've ever read. Wow. I don't know why my eyes are insane right now. So yes, zombies, slasher movie, alien invasion, college romance. It's like, and then stop motion. It's everything you want in a movie, all in one movie. It's on Netflix right now. Oh, and the Netflix version has the original ending that was not the theatrical ending, but was the ending that they wanted. And then it's on like the Blu-ray and the DVD. So you can see how they really wanted the movie to end. And I kind of wish that they had made a sequel. I would have enjoyed that. But instead, I'll just watch it on Netflix again, probably at some point. Side note, not related movie, but also a great 80s sort of throwback thing, Night of the Comet, which I watched before I started doing these videos. Night of the Comet is also great. 80s zombie awesomeness. Yeah.